My name's Troy. I'm a biologist. This is my brother Trent. He's only a chemist. And we are the Bourbon Brother Whiskey Nerds. Ah, Trent.
It's that time of year, Troy.
It is that time of year.
People are already starting to talk about those top whiskey of the year lists.
I know. It's coming.
It's middle of November now. Just so everybody knows.
Thanksgiving is like 2.5 weeks away.
It's really not far from now. After that, obviously, the holidays will come in earnest.
Swing.
Right? After that, it'll be the Christmas season and then into New Year's. And so that will bring Whiskey of the Year list.
And we are in the process of
sort of whittling
down what we think is going to be on our list.
Recently, we did Fresh Crack Friday, Sagamore Spirits Reserve 10-year-old whiskey. This is not their own distillate. This is
it's MGP
rye.
Yep.
I think it's a blend of straight ryes.
Yep.
Right? A high rye and a lower rye mash bill, straight from MGP. And it's delicious. We liked the whiskey. As you might not be surprised to hear, we're big into rye whiskey. We're big into
BBWNs liked rye. Shocker.
Yeah, it's not exactly a big thing. But we wanted to put it to the test.
We did.
And so we're going to blind it today against his predecessor.
The 9-year.
Which was last year's release. Now, I think you got ours early this year.
I did, yes.
So we didn't get it in 2025.
No.
Got it in 2024. So
something like that.
No, I mean,
you said,
but
got it in early 2025.
Even though it was released in 2024.
Yes.
And this is the 9-year. And then the year before that, there was Sagamore Spirit 8-year.
Which was on 2024's one of the Ryes of the Year.
Yes.
And was on several people's
Jason
Rye
C. from the Mash and Drum, who we've talked about many times.
You can see we hate it because
totally
it's
follow him.
Halfway gone.
Well, right. And we don't just pour this on like random Tuesdays, right? Like this.
Speak for yourself.
This is a special pour. Well, today we, as part of a diabolical blind series, are going to put 10-year to the test against his younger siblings, 9 and 8-year. Ironically, his younger siblings were born before him.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't make any sense.
They were
These all live in about the same proof range
right.
of that 110, 111, and some change.
I don't think they're all exactly the
they're
same.
Not exactly
we can bring them back out and talk about it. But
that proof
they are all roughly the same mash bill because they are all that MGP blend of
high rye,
ryes,
low rye.
High rye, low rye. So, some rye whiskey for you here in mid-November.
One of our favorite distilleries.
Probably on the planet,
I
right?
know.
So
from our left to right, you're obviously
right to left, but we're going to start over here on the far left with the nose.
Well, it just smells like rye. I love the smell of rye early in the morning.
Isn't that like napalm and
that was napalm and was that Platoon? Yes,
or like Full Metal Jacket
it
or
was
one
Platoon.
of those.
Full Metal Jacket, we'd get censored.
You know what that is? That smells a lot like I Am Rye.
You know what it smells like? Candy, because it's very sweet forward.
It smells like...
It's like...
It really is sweet.
It's just...
And you know what? You've hit on something. You know what the sweetness is? It's actually like almost a cane, sugary cane.
It is.
Sweetness.
It's
not vanilla.
It's like a peanut brittle cooking type of sweetness.
Really sweet. What's underneath of that is
fruit.
Just a whole bunch of fruity rice spice.
Fruity rice spice, raspberry-ness going on. And now, B is more muted. Surprisingly such. At least I'm
getting a little bit more brightness and a little bit more rye.
Yep, I would agree.
Then on A,
lemon and heavy rye spice.
And it doesn't go sweet. I don't think.
It doesn't lean as sweet.
I don't think it leans quite as sweet.
It doesn't lean as sweet. Definitely doesn't.
I don't have the first darn clue how I'm going to do this. This is ridiculous. It's crazy, man. All right.
This might be the brightest of the bunch. Very, very rye forward. Mint.
Yeah, there's a little bit more mint going on.
Maybe a touch of licorice.
I think
Is it leaning dill?
I think 9's a little bit more traditional rye. 8 or this A seems a little deeper and darker. Like
A little more dark and
I
fruity.
like the depthiness of it a
Yes.
little bit. I think that
There is more depth here.
I feel like I might be leaning A because I like the depth there. That it just seems
Well, and I kind of like that
more
that
interesting.
candy sweetness with those red fruits. Ooh.
I mean, a couple of things. First of all, drown me in them. Like it would
I
be
want
an
to
okay,
take a bath in
it would
them.
be an okay way to die. Like it would be just they smell heavenly. I'm leaning A, C, B for the nose. A in first, C in second, B in third. Now that's just a lean. It might change. I often change my mind. But you know what? My little butt wants to drink these. And so
That's exactly what we're going to do.
go in for A here. Oh, babe! First sip of the day. Whew. It is our first sip of the day. That's not made up.
Nope, that is true.
Um,
We're starting a blind on a fresh palate, a fresh set of palates.
whew.
Woo, baby.
Boy,
Boy, that tip of the tongue was sweet, but boy, it transitions
it
into
doesn't take long.
a powerful rye. And that finish,
It is,
holy moly.
again, there are ryes that if you're new to rye, and maybe a little rye guy, you could start with. I don't think this is one of them. This is rye, I am rye, hear me roar.
Trent is correct. These are not entry for your first dive into rye. I wouldn't go here, but if you like rye or are
Oh, right.
growing, more in your
Well,
rye journey
and-
and want to go
And I don't know how...
more to the rye side,
I don't know how... To the dark side of the force. The rye side
I
of the force.
am your father.
I am your brother. The ridiculousness of us should not cloud our comment on the whiskey, which is, and I don't know, what I was thinking, Troy, is that maybe, I don't know how far Sagamore's, reach goes.
Oh, no.
Like maybe it's tougher to get on the West
I don't
Coast.
know.
And maybe there are people out there
If
listening
you
to
know,
us.
let us know in the
Right,
comments.
I mean-
do you see Sagamore facing?
Yeah, no, I know that it goes to places as
We
far
could
away
drive there in an hour and a half from where
Colorado
we're
and
at. So,
Indiana
yeah.
because we listen to
Correct.
other channels
And
or
clearly
Ohio
in
and
Columbus, 'cause
right,
Jason C.
right,
talked
exactly.
about it,
So there are people that have easier
It
access.
could be more
to it.
regional.
but it's possible that it doesn't make it much past the Midwest, right? And so maybe people are wondering if Sagamore's good. I'm here to tell you, Sagamore's good.
We say this about food distilleries. Sagamore has done us no wrong.
There's not a bad offer.
There's just not a bad offer.
There are some I like more than others.
Absolutely.
These are the pinnacle of Sagamore.
Correct.
Like on the list of best ryes you've ever had, sort of good, right? I really liked A, Troy, and the
I did
warming.
too. I love
warming.
the warming. That could have been first sip of the day.
It could have
syndrome,
been, right?
But
I like the warming. This is why rye is good in a fall.
oh yes,
Spice sort of atmosphere. Getting a little earthiness or like a smoke and barrel funk on the second part of the nose here. Just an interesting.
tobacco maybe.
Mm-hmm. God almighty, how are we gonna do this? My first comment there is that I felt that the mouthfeel was really, really nice. It's jammy and pruny.
I would agree. And this one, I think it didn't nose as sweet as A, but I think it's a sweeter offering.
I think it drank a little sweeter. There's a little bit more of those dark fruit notes.
Maybe a little bit.
Big.
I even got a burst of like roasted orange almost off of this.
Citrus on the grill.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a grilled pineapple or something like that.
Yeah.
Just very, and it's not as rye aggressive, in my opinion.
I think that it's a little bit more dark fruity. right?
Yeah, it could
and maybe
transition
some
into
brightness.
that. Yep.
I might like the finish better than A. It's not as aggressive a finish, but I think it's a little longer lasting.
And we'll have to go back to it because that was our first sip of.
It was It seems a little longer lasting and smoother. I'm getting some oak and
There was
chocolate, some nice smooth finish notes. Right, that's a dangerous word in whiskey tasting. People don't like to use the word smooth, but I'm unapologetic for describing the finish that way. A had a more like I'm rye, hear me roar, aggressive, peppery rye spice finish. And I'm all for things like that. Again, it was very warming. I liked it. This is a little smoother. It's a little, I don't know, I feel mouth coated, which sounds very perfect.
Oily.
So I'm just going to
drink C.
Yeah, try to stay platformed. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's the brightest.
I think it's the oakiest too. I think the most oak presence on C.
Boy, I haven't even thought about that.
Little dry.
It's so well balanced. They don't even read as overly old, right?
No, I think the oak influence is there, but it's certainly not star of the show. What's star of the show on all of these is just what you can do with rye when you get it into these age ranges. Rye typically ages faster.
Well, you don't have
bourbon.
to age
You don't have to age it as long.
And maybe there are fun scientific reasons
I know.
for that.
You took the words right out of my mouth because I'm like, why? You know, the eternal scientific question of why.
Well, and I talk about this all the time. Like, as a whiskey drinker, if I put on my whiskey drinker hat, I don't give a crap. I just want to know if the whiskey's good. But if I put on my scientist hat, which I do have, a nerdy scientist hat, I mean, all of us do. They hand them out when you get a science degree. Right, the
comes with nerdy science hat.
Right, yeah. Lab coat, nerdy science hat. But when I put on my nerdy science hat, I really want to know why. Like, intuitively, it doesn't make sense that rye whiskey would, in whiskey form, like once it's distilled and everything, need to age longer than whiskey made with more corn in it. Like, it doesn't intuitively make sense.
It's a very good question.
But it is an interesting point. So, in any case, I think I'm leaning towards C being. See, but now it's got a backup. I was going to say the most disappointing on the finish, but you know what?
We're just going to have to cycle back through these.
I'm always worried that we are going to look like idiots on these diabolical blinds. Today could be the day.
And make no mistake, we could look like idiots doing just about anything, but
trust me, we're skilled enough we look like idiots doing anything. So
we're going to cycle back through these.
As the Bourbon sisters can totally tell you. We look like idiots do lots of things.
Say very much, but, you can fast forward. We won't be offended.
I'm going to add a drop of water to each of these, just one.
Going a little.
To try to get some new notes, especially on the nose.
I have made a decision. A is getting my nose because it is just impeccable. Rich, dark and brooding.
Yeah, I think I agree with Troy. I like A the best on the nose. I think I'm sticking with my original. Amazing.
I think I'm
A, C, B.
And I would agree with that.
On the nose. Just on the nose. And nose is a very important part of whiskey. I remember seeing Maker's Mark, Samuels.
Bill Samuels.
Bill Samuels interviewed, and he thinks nose is the most important part of a whiskey experience.
Well, and we often, we have said before on the channel that once you delve into that high-end whiskey, it's all nose, mouthfeel, and finish.
The palate on a younger, not as expensive whiskey can easily be just as good, sometimes better. And then the palate.
So it's that whole experience, that's part of it.
That's what you're paying for.
Precisely.
That and I think I'll inject a word that we need to inject here: balance.
Well, correct, yes.
The skill of the distiller and the blender at balancing all those various flavors.
Just like Mr. Miyagi said, balance good, everything good. So,
balance bad, everything. I like Mr. Miyagi.
I know.
I think that man died.
I think Pat Morita did.
Very
pass away,
sad.
sadly.
Very
But-
sad. I think Ralph Macchio's still alive, but
Yes,
Pat Morita passed
but-
away. He's like 60, but he's still alive.
Well, he's probably our age.
We're old and
Because
things.
we're old.
I agree with Troy. I think I like A the best on the nose. I'm going to go ACB on the nose.
I would go ACB on the nose as well.
I got an interesting, on my second sip, third sip, whatever it is of A, an interesting tea note, like an earthiness.
Oh, like a black tea.
I
almost,
do like
yeah.
it. Like
a common note
like,
on rye.
like a mint tea,
Yeah,
right?
common
Like,
note
and
on
nothing
rye.
wrong with that. I like mint tea and rye whiskey.
I really like the A is bold and aggressive.
I'm going to use the word deep.
yes.
There's just some depth.
Yes.
I think it's interesting, right? In a way that maybe some of the other ones are a little bit more straightforward. Boy, I gave B the last nose, and it smelled delicious just there. So,
Oh, man. I think A. Pardon me, B.
I almost want to say there's not as much there.
I really like the
It's
brightness
very
of A.
rye forward.
Very rye forward. I really like the brightness of A. Again, roasted lemon, roasted orange notes that are coming through. And if I have a slight critique, there might be something in there that might be slightly off-putting, and I can't put my
I
finger
thought
on
I
it.
detected a note of barrel char and funk or
Funk
something.
maybe, and
But
it's
then it went away,
interesting.
so
It's
it was
just- it's just
fleeting,
interesting.
right? It was fleeting. I do think that B finishes better than A. Now,
I would agree with that.
Troy might disagree, but
I
I
would agree
think
with
B
that.
finishes better than A. I'm a little worried that A is going to place last on the finish, which is really going to put me in a bind, because now what do you do? Well, in case we forget to say it later, folks, both of these are all three of these are just freaking nominal. They are just such good drinking whiskeys. I famously had a hot take when we tasted some Sagamore species or some Sagamore releases, where I said Sagamore's the best distillery in America. As of right now, I'm standing by it. This is a place that does not have the reach that Jim Beam or Wild Turkey or Heaven Hill does. But they
But
make
you know what they do?
just fantastic
They
freaking
make
whiskey.
one hell of a bottle of whiskey.
They're just so good at this. And
I think I said it on a video not too long ago. Can we just be brand ambassadors? Please?
Why can't we?
Why
work
can't
there?
we?
Why
Like,
can't we work there?
we work for whiskey, by the way. I mean,
Yeah, they
email
don't have
us,
to pay us.
bbwn37@gmail.com.
That's bbwm37@gmail.com.
Yes, shameless plug, my
Whether-
channel, I can do what I
Whether
want.
you
So-
work at Sagamore or just
Or
want to
just
talk
do it. Yeah, absolutely.
about how much you enjoy it. Maybe
Precisely.
you have a distillery that you've never had a bad release from. I need to know the name of this
We
distillery.
do, because inquiring minds want to know.
Maybe I'll disagree, but I still want to know.
I think I have an order, Trent.
I think I do too. All right. My first out's going to be B.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm putting my first out as C.
I think that it might have had the best finish, but it was last in palate and nose.
I put my first out as C. And there just didn't have the depth that I thought.
I liked C. I might be willing to say that C is closer to A than B. Because my next out is going to be C.
All right, and my next out would be B.
Which means we both picked A.
Which
as
means
our
we
best.
both picked A
Right.
as
So-
number one.
So I'm going something like this, where C and A are a little closer than B. You actually liked B better than A. Now, was B close to A or was it closer to C?
I think it was closer to C.
So A, the clear winner here.
A was the clear winners.
Now, do we have a
I
key?
have the envelope, please.
And the Oscar goes to.
So we will,
In third place.
We will start with my
It's
C. because
do
was
it in your order. That seems fair.
9.
Ooh. Sagamore 9 finishes in third place in this particular blind.
For me, at least, you had B out first, correct?
Right, B out first.
And B was 8.
Which means we did
winner chicken dinner.
Well, turkey dinner.
Or turkey dinner,
Right,
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
good
It
point.
doesn't really matter.
Was Sagamore 10 year.
10 year. I will say a couple of things. First of all, I don't know that I saw this coming.
You could have told me that 8 year would
Well,
win,
no,
and
I would have believed you.
Um,
Because I remember when we fresh cracked this, we both. Like, it was almost
like you talk about it as a record scratch moment.
It was like
it was a record.
It was
scratch
like
moment.
tear-inducing. It was
It
so
was
freaking good.
so freaking delicious.
And then we got the 9, and I'm like, this is just as good, but is it better than the 8? Not sure it is. And then we got the 10. It's really interesting the way they rank now. The only time we've drank 10
was on Fresh Crack.
Up until now was Fresh Crack.
Correct.
Right? So that makes a difference.
I think it's, initially we were like this, and we did say it, like, it's the ryest of all 3.
I feel like it is.
And it still is.
Well, and maybe that's an interesting note for you to take with you. Maybe your budget, and we understand, can't support all 3 of them at once, and you can only buy
I
one.
think they're about $80, so.
And this is the other thing. Sagamore prices their products so friendly.
And maybe you want to try one and you have a whiskey-loving friend that will purchase you a bottle very kindly. Maybe you mentioned Sagamore 10 year. You never
Or
know.
if there are still Sagamore 8s out there to be
8s,
found
9s,
at
I don't know.
MSRP, if you're into the more dark, I feel like it's a darker, more brooding.
It was a close nose between A and B for me. Initially I was all about A, but the nose was really close.
It's really interesting. I just don't know. And again, it's tough to go wrong with Sagamore, and that could be the end of that sentence. It's tough to go wrong with
You
Sagamore.
could stop that, period, end.
Right. So, but 10 the winner today, Troy. I dig these diabolical lines.
I think we're liking them, and let us know, are you liking them? These are actually a hell of a lot of fun for Trent and I.
Yeah, no, we enjoy them.
It really challenges our palates. The connective tissue of all 3 of these was there.
Well,
and was present.
And I like the distillery ones. I've got a whopper of a one coming up in December, folks. So I'm very excited.
He hasn't even told me what this is.
I'm very excited.
It's foreshadowing.
Yes,
for
I
me.
did. It was in text message.
Oh, I missed it. I think I know what you're talking about.
There is a distillery left. We have done this with Wild Turkey, and we love to talk turkey. Not just on Thanksgiving.
I think I know what you're talking about.
We have done this with Four Roses, and we love us our Four Roses. Now we've done it with Sagamore. We did it with 1792.
There's a key distillery
missing.
There's a
distillery missing.
Is it Jim Beam?
It is.
Ding, ding.
There will be a Jim Beam Diabolical Blind coming up in December, folks.
Oh, my.
I'm pumped up about it.
So excited.
It's going to be a 4-wide. It's going to be a disaster. There's connective tissue everywhere. You'll be... You can... If your bingo card does not include roasty, toasty, nutty, right? You will be... Roasty, toasty, coffee.
Roasty, toasty, coffee, toffee.
Coffee, toffee. You are going to lose...
the ultimate Jim Beam face-off.
It would be.
Absolutely.
Right. No, this is foreshadowing.
Yes.
As we like to say.
It's much cooler than alliteration.
Those fancy English makers
with the elbow pads.
With the elbow pads on their tweed suits. Egotistical bastards.
And
yes.
their English breakfast tea and all that crap. Anyway.
We don't drink tea, we drink whiskey.
We have digressed far
I've lost the
away.
thread. Take us home.
That's all we have for you. Make sure, please, prayer hands. We are trying to get to 250 subscribers by the end of the calendar year. We are 99 as of the filming of this video.
Ooh.
Away. So, and for some strange reason, like 80 to 90% of you who are watching these videos are not subscribed. Trent, that's just messed up.
It doesn't make sense.
It makes
you know
no
what
sense.
it is? 3. I defy you
the
to
mind.
name things as cool as us that are free.
Precisely.
There aren't very many of them.
The Bourbon sisters are laughing, inside because
Well, they know we're not free. We're very
they're
expensive.
rolling
because
their
we
eyes
buy
at
too
us,
much whiskey.
which we need to cut this off. But at any rate, make sure you always like what you drink.
And drink what you like.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you next time.